What's happening, Internet fam? I am in the great state of Oregon. It is beautiful. All the fall colors are starting to come out now. It is mid-August, mid-October. So we are definitely heading into the winter here. It's getting very cold at night here. Everywhere I've been already, it was definitely cold every night. In Shasta, it was hitting 36, 37. Supposedly, it hit 28 one of those nights. I never saw the thermometer dip that low, and I was up at around the time when that could have been happening. So I don't know if it was just because I was in town proper. Maybe the weather's, a little bit farther up the hill. Are some beautiful fall colors here. I don't know if you're seeing all that, but there's a lot of beautiful fall colors happening. Something you don't get down in San Diego and SoCal, where I've been for the last 12 months pretty much. It's great to be back in Oregon. I'm excited to see all my Oregonian friends. I've lived in Oregon about a quarter of my life, I'd say. Probably about 10 out of the 40 years I've been alive, I've been living in Oregon. So I've enjoyed my time here every time. It does feel like coming home a little bit, which is funny because sometimes driving into Riverside feels like coming home, and I haven't really lived in Riverside in a long time. But anyway, sometimes driving to San Diego feels like coming home too, and that's weird too because I'm definitely not a San Diegan, although I've lived there probably about as long as I lived anywhere else, so worth thinking on. Did want to discuss masternodes and the masternode market in general. I've been doing a lot of research lately, looking at different coins. Some of the people that I was aiding in their investment strategies a year ago and 6 months ago, they've been reaching out saying, hey, what's next? Looks like the mining thing is pretty much played out, not really working out that great. I happen to agree. Genesis Mining has exit scammed now too, so pretty much everybody's riding dirty in the mining space. One of the services that I was looking at hooking a client up with about 4 or 5 months ago, those machines are now mining $1 a day, and they'd still be making payments of $20 a month on. So you're talking about $10 mining profit on those machines, and still having that contract go. And if they're mining $1 a day, they're going to be mining a lot less than that, pretty much from here on out. So I don't know of anybody who's doing the mining thing that's profitable, which is why I'm advising everybody, if they want to get into the real crypto market, the real crypto space, mining is not the way to go. Masternodes is the way to go. Either playing the market, day trading, swing trading, hodl, those are all options. Trying to help other people figure out trading strategies, or how to hodl, how to get a private wallet, doing IT work for people who aren't hip enough to do their own crypto IT work. There's still money in that, a lot of money. That's, I think, most of the money to be made in crypto is in the picks and shovels. But again, I'm a big fan of the masternodes, and the masternodes are in fact working, and there are still masternodes that are profitable right now today. In fact, now is a great time to buy into a lot of these masternode coins that are at the bottom of the market right now. If that I had any money, I would definitely be buying some more masternodes, or any masternodes. I don't really have anything right now. I've got 100 social cents staking, so that's about $5 for the coin, making about, I don't know, $1 every month or something. It's really not really not a lot of money. Probably less than $1 a month, I'm not even sure. But if you did have money though, I think now would be a great time to buy masternode coins. There's a lot out there that are coming to the fore. A lot of coins that were not masternode coins before are doing a hard swap and are becoming masternode coins. Latest one I heard about yesterday is Tittycoin. TTC is switching. They did a hard swap from the old Tittycoin into now being a masternode coin, and it's an interesting project. It's good to see that they are making some progress on their project. They're still haven't finished the hard swap on Cryptopia yet, but apparently they have switched the hard swap on the other exchanges that they're on, so that's good. I just kind of quickly read the news on that they were switching to masternode, and I got interested in them for that reason. Tittycoin is a very high volume coin. There's billions out there, so they're not worth a whole lot because there are billions out there. The circulating supply is quite high already. However, to run a masternode, you're going to need 7.5 million Tittycoins. So already a Tittycoin masternode is $1,500, and as of right now, I think there's only 9 or 10 running. So very good time to get in on that and get those high block rewards if you thought that project had potential over the long term, which I think it does. They're doing something a little bit more interesting and more amusing than a lot of the rest of the market. Certainly they've got a catchy little name and a catchy little idea and a catchy little logo if you're into the tatas. So 7.5 million you need, which is right now around $1,500. When I first heard about it yesterday, it was about $900. So already the price of the coin has gone up a lot, from 900 to 1,500 for 7.5 million, whatever that breaks down on a per coin basis. Certainly less than a penny still per coin. So I don't know, might be worth looking into. Again though, none of the masternodes have an easy one-touch masternode that doesn't require a static IP, not one. So I am talking about setting up a masternode ranking program and setting that up with a lot of different partners. Certainly a lot of different people I've interviewed over the last few months have been interested in that idea, have expressed an interest in either investing in that idea or actually being directly involved. So that is something that definitely is still on the table for me and for some of my partners. I'm not sure yet which direction we're going to go and all that, but we are going to be doing that at some point. And as of right now, none of the masternodes we get an A rating. None of them, because to get an A rating, you have to have a one-touch, very easy masternode to set up, and none of them do. Absolutely none of them. Some of them have tried. Some of them have something like a one-touch masternode set up. I'm thinking of Apollon, Gentarium. What was the one I was looking at today? Gin coin. But all of those have a fee associated with setting up the one-touch masternode. So, like for Apollon, I think it's 33 cents a day. 33 cents a day US dollar, which to me that's very odd. Why would you be doing anything in US dollars if you're in the cryptocurrency space? So already they lose a tick on that. Also 33 cents a day per masternode is relatively high expense. It's certainly more expensive than setting up a masternode yourself on Volter or some other cloud service, and certainly a lot more expensive than building a server in your own living room and getting a static IP and doing that yourself from bare metal, which is still, I think, the best option for most of the people that I've been talking to and who want to get into the space and start, getting some of that residual crypto income with all the advantages of that. But most of whom don't have the IT background to actually set it all up, which is why they are hiring me to set it up for them, hiring me to help them understand that process, what that looks like, kind of document some of that, and maybe even set up the first masternode for them, so that then they can go and do and set up more masternodes for themselves on their own private infrastructure later, helping to further decentralize the blockchains of the different coins that they're investing in, and also helping to make sure that we're decentralizing IT infrastructure globally as well, because that's important. The actual physical machines are important. The actual physical network connections are important. And right now, I think most of these services, whether it's Apollon, Gincoin, whatever, I think most of them are just paying for a VPS somewhere else and then putting that cost back on the customer, and then also taking their own little cut for management, etc. That's also the way the shared masternodes are working on Discord, etc., etc. And that's fine. I understand it. I'm not saying that that's not a valid business model, and that I don't support those projects. For me, they just seem a little bit antithetical to the cryptocurrency movement, the point of the blockchain movement, and also I, again, am not going to give an A rating to any masternode that doesn't have a one-touch button in their actual wallet that doesn't require static IP. And I'm going to give a double A rating to somebody who has that set up on Android, and I'm going to give a triple A rating for anybody who has that system set up running on Android and over the Tor network, so complete anonymity. So that is what it's going to take to get a AAA rating on my Masternode rating service. As of right now, nobody has an A rating, much less a AA or a AAA. And so I'm not sure exactly who's going to be first to cross that line. I know that a lot of the different Masternode coins are working on it. I think at some point somebody's going to cross that line, and I'm going to be giving that AAA rating. I'm very excited for that day. And at that point, I will definitely be advising all of my clients to invest in that coin, because that's obviously somebody with a dev team who's on it, who gets it, who wants to make things happen positively in the overall space, in the overall market. And And as of right now, I mean, these other projects that I'm talking about, I'm not really seeing them doing that. Some of them have been talking about it. Some of them have like part of the infrastructure set up. Some of them are doing it in a for-profit way that, again, no disrespect, go for it. Good for you. I'm glad that that's working for you, and you can offer that service to clients and receive payment for that. But I'm not liking the fee structure on most of those services. I definitely think that between 3 to 5% is too high. I think 33 cents a day is way too much for some of these masternodes. I think a lot of these masternodes just cost too much in general. You're not going to be able to decentralize the blockchain for that masternode because there's not enough people out there who can afford $5,500 for a masternode, or $25,000 for a masternode, or $60,000 for a masternode. Those are very expensive masternodes. I'm much more interested in masternodes that cost between $50 to $500. And we could really decentralize that blockchain by having people all over the planet running that masternode for that low cost on low cost hardware that doesn't require a static IP over the Tor network, etc., etc. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be more advanced than they are in the overall crypto market, in the masternode market specifically, and we're just not there yet. And you know, I did look at a lot of different coins recently about that. I am going to start doing masternode tutorials. I have looked at a lot of masternode tutorials online, and I haven't been happy with any of them. I haven't seen a single masternode tutorial online that I liked. I mean, there's a few that, you know, get an attaboy or a positive mention from me. There's hundreds or thousands out there on YouTube. So, but again, I haven't really seen it being done cleanly and easily by somebody who I really liked the way they were doing it, etc., etc. So I'm going to start messing around with that here a little bit in a couple of days, and I might post a video about that. Let me know what masternode you'd be interested in seeing me set up, because I have a few that I'm interested in setting up for some of my clients, and most of them are under $1,000 and over $100. But I'm going to be looking at ones specifically that are very easy to set up on Windows, Linux, or Mac natively, not as just a cold wallet accessing a VPS somewhere else, but actually natively in the wallet. And I know there's a few that are like that now, and I know there are a few that are like that that are cheap now. So it's going to be very easy for me to mess around with that, maybe do it more than once, and see how that goes. Early runners for that are Chaincoin, Social Send, Neutron, Tittycoin, and maybe Innova, but I don't know that you can run the Innova masternode in the Windows wallet. So if you've got an opinion about any of those, let me know. If you've got an opinion about another one that's got a really easy Windows wallet set up where you can run the masternode in the Windows wallet natively without having to jump through all kinds of hoops with the VPS or doing all kinds of Linux scripting, which I like. I'm a Linux guy. I like the Linux scripting, but I have so many clients who don't, and I want to have a tutorial set up for them that's going to make it very, very easy for them to set it up on their own machine, so long as they have a static IP, which some of them can order from their ISP, their local ISP, for as low as, like, you know, $10 a month, or maybe even cheaper, depending where you're at. So, all right, Internet fam, that's it for me today. I am in the great state of Oregon. If you're in Oregon, you want me to do a show, want me to do some IT for you, let me know. I'm not going to be here that long, so if you want me to get any of that done for you, let me know ASAP. Otherwise, I'm going to be back on the road, heading back towards, I'm going to be spending some time in Nevada. I'm going to be spending some time back heading down towards California as well. I've got court dates down there in mid-November again. And I've got a lot of shows booked back in California, much more than I have booked anywhere else. If you want to help me with booking too, I'd be more than happy to pay you a percentage of every show that I play. I would be very happy about that. And I would be very happy to pay you in crypto, if I could. I would like that even better. But I can also just, you know, Venmo you or whatever you want. So, all right, Internet fam, hope you're all having a great day. We will talk to you soon. And as usual, fam, keep on noding. Oh, Stash and Chops, gonna do Crypto Day 3 in Vegas. Did I talk about that? We're doing Crypto Day 3 in Vegas soon. So that's one of the reasons I'm heading to Nevada. All right, fam, have a good one.